by Harris Biden unvetted illegal immigrants that are now the
因為哈里
suspects
時
in
容
this
許咁多
case.
非法移民
You
入
know,
到嚟美國，
but there's been
已經有
dozens,
幾十
a
個
list
人
I've
美國
told
人
many
喪
times
失
on
生命，
TV,
被非法移
and
民
there
殺死。
have been
唔好講被
dozens
強
of
姦。
Americans raped, including children. There have been hundreds of Americans victims of violent crime. But when Brett brought up Rachel Nungary, the little 12-year-old girl out of Houston, who was brutalized for 2 hours, she tried to fight back valiantly. I've interviewed her mother a couple of times, and her grandfather, and Rachel Morin, I've interviewed her mother. I've talked to the family of Lake and Riley, and Brett said, do you apologize to them? Because,
Sean Hannity,
even Bill Clinton acknowledged in the Lake and Riley case that had they vetted people coming into the country, this wouldn't have happened.
佢訪問過好多
And of
受
course,
害者
don't expect an apology from Kamala Harris.
Jocelyn Nungary, Rachel Morin, Laken Riley, they are young women who were brutally assaulted and killed by some of the men who were released at the beginning of the administration, well before a negotiated bipartisan bill. This is a specific policy decision by your administration to release these men into the country. So what I'm saying to you, do you owe those families an apology?
Let me just say,
你要向美國人道
those
歉
are tragic cases. There's no question about that. There's no question about that. And I can't imagine the pain that the families of those victims have experienced for a loss that should
既然
not
你知
have
道係咁
occurred.
慘，對啲家人咁不公
Hurt
道，
because of her
你會唔會道歉
policies.
呢？佢
That's
唔
the
道歉。
point. And Bill Clinton even made the point. Now, unfortunately, the border czar
Bill
takes
Clinton
no responsibility. She
琴日
doesn't
就
seem
前
to
日講
remember
句説話，
calling,
琴日講説
for
話。
3 years, the border
佢話
secure, the border secure,
如果
border
美國
secure,
政府
border closed, border secure,
容
border
許
secure.
非法移民
That's
入
what they
境
said.
，at least
They
有
lied to
查
us
清楚
for
嗰
3
啲人
years.
有冇犯
You
罪
know, or
案
her
件
calling
案
for
底，
illegal
就可能
immigration
預
to
防
be
咗
decriminalized, which he said
Lincoln Riley
repeatedly.
被謀殺
And
一
then
件
saying
事，
that
最
she
低限度
supports sex
，right？
change
但佢哋政府冇
operations,
咁做，你
taxpayer
都
funded
即
for
係話
illegal
連查一
immigrants.
查佢
This
哋有
is
冇
insane.
案底，係咪喺阿根廷或者其他墨西哥有犯過案殺過人？
When Brett Baer asked about that bizarre position, you know what she did? She blamed Donald Trump, the guy that built the wall, implemented the stay in Mexico policy, never supported taxpayer-funded sex change operations for illegals.
就乜嘢都賴
She blamed Donald
特朗
Trump.
普。
Just like they're blaming Trump for Project 2025, just like everything that we went through yesterday.
有乜嘢錯都好，
Everything that
都
they
係
say,
Trump。
oh yeah, well, she goes on with Charlemagne
雖然完全冇
Lagarde.
證據，
And yes, we can say that Trump will bring in fascism, and that Trump will put non-white people in camps, and by the way, she now had to back off her forgivable loan plan for black entrepreneurs. That would be something called unconstitutional, just like she backed off her plan for price controls, just like she backed off her plan on fracking and drilling and suing oil companies.
近來呢幾個月呢 Kamala Harris 可以講得話，佢無論受邊一個地方嘅電視台或者報紙訪問佢都好啦，咁個結果10次有9次都係搞到烏煙瘴氣、問非所答。呢啲全部係事實嚟嘅。Don't take my word for it， 自己去查，自己去睇啊。The whole thing 唔係啲 liberal 嘅媒體 quote 某些人 ，look at the whole interview 我睇過。
About the disaster that they caused at the border, the disaster with law and order, the
哈里斯
disastrous
民主
school
黨當
system
然
we
唔想
have.
提到嗰啲題目。
And if I'm Donald Trump, my closing
邊境
argument
放
is,
鬆
are your borders more safe
危
and
機嘅事，
secure?
最好唔好提，唔好
My
問。
my closing argument is, how's Harris Biden inflation working for you and your family? My closing argument is, how do you like paying $1.50, whatever it is, more a gallon for gasoline and more for electricity and other energy? Are you happy with that? Do you think your town or city is more safe or more secure? Do you want more
現在
law
你
and
所
order
住
or
嘅城市
defund
係咪
and
比起
dismantle?
差唔多4
All
年前
questions that they
係
ought to be
差咗
answering.
定係好咗？
You know, how do you feel
呢個
about
bottom
America's
line
role in
係底
the
線。
world? Kamala Harris said today, Justice was served when they took out the
民意調查顯
mastermind
示，
of
差唔多
October
每一個
7th
民意
attack. I'm
調
like,
查
no
，this
help
is
from
very
you.
conservative 嘅，可以話 virtually 所有民意調查都顯示，絕大部分美國人都覺得係差咗，當然差好多添，特別治安即係講風氣。
couldn't answer any of these questions during this interview. You compare, there is no comparison at all whatsoever. And you know these pandering moves that she's making, or sending Barack Obama out to lecture African American men, it's not working.
佢又派咗Barack Obama 總統出去拉黑人嘅票，因為啲黑人嘅男人特別好唔中意佢。surprise 我知道，黑人嚟嘅喎，佢話黑人點解咁多非洲裔嘅黑人咁唔中意哈馬利，中意寧願選川普咧咁？所以係咪2日前啊？咁奧巴馬出嚟講嘢鬧嗰啲黑人，佢話你冇搞錯啊！你黑人嚟嘅仲話自己，你點可以選Trump over 哈里斯啊咁？結果引起仲更多人嬲，佢咪搞錯？黑人一定要支持黑人嘅咩？即係我哋中國人咪一定要選係咪黃種皮膚一定好過白種皮膚或者其他皮膚？當然唔能夠睇皮膚啦，呢就 big mistake。你知有啲人選舉覺得話，哇！我選第一個女人做總統喎，哇！而家我哋選到歷史上第一個非裔做總統喎，即係覺得好似好自豪，哇！咁個腦入水啊，有冇搞錯？你睇個人點得㗎嘛？佢咁嘅德性，做唔做到總統咧？好啦，就講咁多。